The fairy tale continues. Arthur Fery, take a bow. Absolutely fantastic from him. He is representing Great Britain, the UK, and I mean, what a straight set win for him today against Flavio Caboli. This is the tiebreak pod. We're going to quickly recap our quarterfinal matches. We're going to look ahead, check out the semifinals. We got Arthur Fery versus Alexander Zverev, and we got Jannik Sinner versus Novak Djokovic on the men's side. On the women's side, we got Coco Gauff playing Karolina Muchova, and then we got Linda Noskova versus Marta Kostyuk. All of these players have played each other except for Zverev and Fery, which not much of a surprise. Fery's a wild card. He has had a dream run. He's going to look to continue it with someone who has surprised me on grass. I did not expect Zverev to play this well on grass. Obviously, having a bit of a more open draw. He didn't have Jannik on his side. He didn't have Djokovic. He didn't have, many of the top players. He did have a very easy win today against Taylor Fritz, the American. Yeah, Fritz looked like he was dealing with a bit of an injury, but I don't think he'll admit that. He definitely was not going to withdraw from that match. But, hats off to Alex Zverev. Fantastic play from Sasha. And after capturing his first major, he really looks like he has much more confidence. And he's shown it by making his deepest run here at Wimbledon, looking to go back-to-back, capture his second slam title. As I said, in his way, Arthur Fery, the wild card. Head-to-head, they've never played. This is their first matchup, and they are going down on Friday. In the other men's semifinal, we got Jannik Sinner and Novak Djokovic. Djokovic does lead on grass. He did defeat Sinner in the quarters here in 2022, in the semis in 2023, but most recently, 2025 semis, Sinner defeated Joker on his way to capturing Wimbledon last year, so he's looking to repeat as well. Had a straight set win against Struff earlier this week, and Djokovic 5 hours 15 minutes against Felix. He kind of turned back time. He made history to become, prior to that, to have the record 106 men's singles wins here at Wimbledon. And yeah, hats off to him. He was very excited. I know he talked about after that match, these are the kind of moments why I still play tennis. So that was great to see. I did love seeing Jelena Djokovic, Novak's wife, with a message on Instagram to Felix. You were incredible last night, Felix. Our kids adore you, and you're a wonderful role model. One had to come out as a winner in that match, but there is so much to be proud of. We will be cheering you on. I would love, if as sad as it is, as Djokovic does, he's been in the twilight of his career, on his way out, getting closer to that farewell tour, but he's still in the semis of a major. I would love if, and maybe it's reading too much into a nice comment from the wife, but hey, who knows what Djokovic could do for Felix or with him, or what kind of support he could give. Not saying he'd be his coach or anything, but I'm sure we'll be able to share some advice just with Felix being so much younger than him. Looking at the women's side, we got Coco Gauff and Karolina Muchova. Coco leads this 6-2. Most recently, they played at the Stuttgart Open in the quarterfinals earlier this year. Muchova won that in 3. Both of these players have reached their first ever Wimbledon semifinals, and Coco took out her fellow American, Jess Pegula. Muchova took out Naomi Osaka, who needs to hold her head high. I'm not saying she's the best she's ever been. That's obviously not true, but the best she's been in the past few years, 100%. She's been making some very good. She's been playing very well. She's been in great form. She is inching closer to getting back to winning a slam. I would not be surprised if she picks up another slam. We shall wait and see. There was some talk about her. Oh, were you dealing with ankle injuries? She said no. She was just getting old, but her ankles were fine with dealing with like some plantar fasciitis. So hopefully, if she stays injury free, that's probably the worst way to see players not be competitive is due to injury, due to their health. In the other semifinal matchup here at Wimbledon on the women's side, Marta Kostyuk, Linda Noskova. The Czech Republic, they got two people with Noskova and Muchova. Actually, that's not dropped yet, but I have an upcoming episode talking about who the next generations, the next golden generations are going to be. Touched on the Czech Republic there. They've just been a machine being able to crank out top 15 players, top 20 players pretty consistently and looking like that's going to continue. It's showing here on the women's side, half of the semifinals are made up of players from the Czech Republic. Imagine if they both won and it's a all Czech affair in the final. That'd be pretty crazy. First time in the open era at Wimbledon. That's 4 first-time ladies. Wimbledon semifinalist Muchova. She has now gotten to every major semifinal. 2021 made it to the Aussie semis. 2023 Roland Garros, 2023 and 2024 U.S. Open semis, and now 2026 Wimbledon. Fantastic to her. She's now reached this. Coco, she reached her first Wimbledon semifinals here. She had never made the quarters even until this year. Youngest woman to reach all 4 major semifinals since 2007. She's 22 years old. We're still kind of waiting on that dominant force on the women's side. Could it be Coco? I don't know. Her serve worries me the most. Going to be an interesting matchup here. I might have just skipped over talking about Kostyuk and Noskova. Marta Kostyuk leads that head-to-head 2-0. I think it's 2-0. Maybe it's 1-0. 1 or 2. Regardless, only met 1 or 2 times before this. They did meet at the Madrid Open this year. It's going to be exciting. I really don't know which way to lean here, actually, on either of these semifinals. Going into predictions, I think Kostyuk's going to take it. She played really well. She had a really good past 3 months of form or so. Had a phenomenal clay season. Kind of turned it around. It's like, hey, I'm not a clay-only player. And now she's reached her first Wimbledon semifinals. I think she's going to reach her first Grand Slam final. I think she's going to win this match. I think she's going to win it pretty handily. And I think she's going to go up against another player from the Czech Republic, Karolina Muchova. I think Coco wins that first set. I think we start seeing those cracks in her serve. And I think Muchova takes down Coco and sets up face-off against Kostyuk. But my predictions have been pretty bad for Wimbledon. I do still have the chance. I did say I think Sinner is going to take it, so I still have the chance on the men's side. We'll have to wait and see. Djokovic fan, of course. I'm going to hope that I am wrong, as long as that means he gets knocked out in the semis. And yeah, I think Sinner is going to take down Novak on Friday. There's been a lot of talk in the past about Sinner's health, his ability to go deep into matches in the heat, especially his body letting him down. He had a straight set win against Struff in the quarters. Djokovic had a 5-hour and 15-minute match. Granted, they do have 2 days of rest. That might be the one saving grace for Djokovic when looking at predicting it. Obviously, I think he has no doubt in his mind he can take him down. I don't know which way my heart's telling me one thing, my mind's telling me another. I am going to say Jannik Sinner takes down Djokovic and sets up a match against the wild card, Arthur Ferry. Momentum's a real thing in tennis. I think the crowd is going to be behind him like crazy. They're going to give him that extra burst when he needs it, help him dig out of a hole when he needs it. I think it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be a long match. I wouldn't be surprised to see this one go the distance. Maybe I'm thinking about it wrong, and Zverev's not going to have that crack in his game here on grass like he has in the past. He's he's been playing really well though. It's tough to bet against him. I'm not betting on this, so not much consequence if I get this wrong, but I think Arthur Ferry keeps it going. I think the fairy tale continues. And then I think if he has to play center, I think he gets waxed. Just being honest. So I don't know. I can't wait. It's always very fun to get to this point in the tournament and know that we're 2 matches from crowning a champ. On the women's side, we're 2 matches from crowning a first-time Wimbledon champ, a unique 2026 champ. Obviously, Mira Andreeva got knocked out early. Rybakina got knocked out early. I thought for sure we were going to have, on the men's side, a unique 2026 champ. And then Zverev was like, I'm actually going to realize that, yeah, I can play on grass. So, we have what, 75% chance, just breaking it evenly, of having a unique chance on the men's side, but I don't know. Maybe Arthur Ferry is gonna crash and burn. We'll have to wait and see. I'm excited. I also want to touch on Marta Kostyuk against the USA in 2026. She's 10-0. Kruger, Navarro, McNally, Pegula, Lee, McNally, Townsend, Pegula, Anisimova, Volinets. She's kind of dominated. So she's been in great form this year. I wouldn't be surprised to see her easily knock aside Noskova and capture her first major. I'm gonna have to wait and see. Nothing's finished till they're on court and at the end of that second or third set. So very excited to watch this. I think we're gonna see Muchova, Kostyuk, and Ferry Sinner in the championships. Thanks for tuning in. We will catch you after the men's and women's semifinals, and we will preview the men's and women's championship matches. I can't wait. Hoping my predictions come true. Well, think that my predictions, I'm not even that confident in them. I hope that it doesn't come true with Sinner Djokovic. I hope it does come true with Ferry Zverev. It'd be a heck of a story for the man who's representing Great Britain. Catch you on the next one. Thanks for tuning in. Check us out at YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and on socials. Make sure to follow.